Hello, ladies. Welcome to the public square. What is your name?
Poppy.
Poppy?
Yeah.
And your name?
Letti.
Letty. And are you here from Belfast?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And what do you like most about Belfast?
Mainly,
the scenery.
yeah, the scenery. The fact that it's very mountainy, not very city-based, even though we are in the city.
Yeah. There's a lot of green.
Green. And do you consider yourself to be like a highly opinionated person?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I have some questions about the state of higher education today. A professor at Queen's University Belfast had knowledge that a cyber hacker altered a student's work, but they failed to report it. My question is this the kind of conduct that warrants disciplinary action?
I think absolutely, yeah. I mean, this was detrimental to the students' work and potentially to their further education. So I feel like the fact that even if they didn't have the ability to report it or whatever the reason was, I feel like they should have at least tried to or explain to the student and then to the public that they couldn't. But I feel like the complete disregard of the whole thing was kind of, it wasn't the best.
Interesting perspective.
For me, especially for higher universities, they're not necessarily student-based. I feel like, especially with their reputation, they aren't ones to really do it in regards to the students. They really do it more for the public eye. Mm-hmm. And I think the fact that even for us not to have even known about it, that it hasn't had a big kind of blow up about it, it's like it's clearly been kept in, which obviously, especially for the teacher, I think they should have had disciplinary action taken for the teacher, because for the student, that could have been a big part of what they were trying to put out. Yeah. And yeah, with Queen's, I think they put too much into keeping things hush-hush, especially with the statue that they only decided to take down now that it had become more popular news. Mm-hmm. They would rather keep things hush-hush.
Interesting perspective. Do you believe that the intentional deletion of a student's work by an intelligence firm, there is information that there's an intelligence firm here in Belfast called NISOS, and the evidence is leading that this was done on the behalf of this intelligence firm because they didn't like the political opinions of this student. Do you think that this constitutes like a criminal act?
I wouldn't necessarily say like criminal punishment for it, but it does need to be taken a lot more seriously, especially when it comes to politics. Of course, there is the freedom to say whatever you want on whatever you want, but
it kind of it makes you feel like if you're a student at Queen's, it makes you feel like
you're being censored.
Yeah, your freedom of speech has been kind of taken away, and I feel like that's put like a word out to the students now, especially if it's out to the students, that they have to be careful now what they say and their opinions.
For me, especially in British media, it has just become a big thing recently for everything to just be kind of censored with individuals' political takes. And as I don't necessarily know why it has to be done like that, especially for something like university based. It's not like that is going to be published to everyone. If it's just going to be to the professor, I don't understand why it kind of needed to be taken from the intelligence firm for them to just be like, oh, I don't like that, take it out.
Yeah, that's very thought-provoking. So I know that you said that you don't consider this to be criminal, but the Fraud Act of 2006 defines failing to disclose information as dishonestly fails to disclose to another person information which he is under a legal duty to disclose, or to cause loss to another person, or to expose another person to a risk of loss. I know that you said, like both of you said, that this could have really impacted that person's maybe upward mobility, and if they wanted to become, say for instance, an academic researcher on a political issue. Does a professor's role in facilitating or allowing the alteration of a student's assessment, do you believe it falls under this provision?
I think partially, yeah, because I feel like as a professor, you're supposed to be the number one person that a student can go to you're supposed to be there to facilitate the student and their journey through education. So I feel like the fact that they, number one, didn't report it, and then number two, what was it called, the
statute,
the firm
NISOS,
the fact that that was also apparently involved, I feel like disciplinary action should have definitely been taken, because if I was a student there, I wouldn't be able to fully trust that professor, never mind Queen's, anymore.
Is there any knowledge on what the student was trying to say?
Yeah, so the student was trying to research political repression. This is highly researched in academia, but countries that are the primary focus are countries in Asia, as well as countries maybe in the global south. The student learned that Western countries were engaging in the same kind of repression and sought to write about it, and that's why the research was censored.
It's kind of proven the student's point in a way. It kind of is.
We're supposed to be a completely neutral society and neutral, but the fact that it provokes
regarding to the
thoughts.
question, I do believe that would be fraudulent of the professor, and especially fraudulent of the firm. It must just be because maybe in a way the firm has ties to those countries. You never know. But
good point.
At the same time,
There's no
reason to be that biased, especially because, like, obviously it is there, but I don't think letting that slide, not even letting it slide, just letting them write what they wanted to write, it couldn't have been that detrimental to that firm's reputation as a whole.
I think you hit the nail on the head when you said that the firm is connected to these countries. Yeah. Last but not least, do you believe Queen's University should issue a public apology for the breach and the subsequent concealment?
Yeah, especially to the students and especially to the student. I think they should, in that apology, directly mention the student and the fact that they have altered their work. And
really, I feel like they should really stick to seeming neutral and preaching that. I don't think there should be sides, especially in a university.
Yeah.
There should not be sides. There can be between students, teachers, whatever, but as a university as a whole, I don't think that's right at all.
There shouldn't be big major political issues in a university. That's not what it's for. It's for education, and education is for all. So the fact that they're making it so obvious that they're biased, and so obvious that they would not only censor a student but possibly, censor a student body in total, like, it's just,
Yeah, I feel it the same. Especially with Queen's, because like it is so diverse there. It is so diverse. People come from everywhere, and for them to even be like hinting to the fact that they're like going to censor, they're going to kind of put them down, it'll just kind of disengage people from wanting to even attend Queen's. It's like, it is very academic as well, so they should expect as a whole a range of different political views and a range of different...
like they should even encourage it as well. Like, this is the worst thing that they could have done, basically. Like, it's gonna ruin their image wholly. But honestly, I would have never expected something like that from Queen's, considering it's like the #1 university in Belfast.
Yeah, considering they were very quick to remove that statue, I don't know why they were
so quick to
do someone else's work.
That's crazy.
Well, thank you, ladies. This was a very thought-provoking discussion. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.